Hey, good afternoon. It is Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday, was it September 9th? Oh my goodness, 9/9, baby. 9/9/20. Anyway, we're normally we do these in the morning. We have switched the schedule a bit today. So if you're new to us, welcome to this afternoon. And every day we do a little mini training, a little mini LinkedIn training to help you fire up your LinkedIn profile, make some new connections, set up some new appointments, build some new relationships, all that good stuff. So today we are going to go into what we call the 3-point power profile. And before we do, though, I want to welcome my co-host, Ronan Rahman, from behind the curtain. There he is.
Are you calling me the Wizard of Oz?
I am. You're coming in behind the curtains.
Yeah, luckily I'm not green. So yeah, today is the 3-point power profile. There, I said it. And I've been practicing while I've been away.
Good.
Backstage in the green room. But this is exciting conversation because, what we're talking about now is in the digital space and how we are networking here more than we are maybe in person. This is you putting on your best outfit. And that outfit is what's going to represent you. So that's what we're talking about. This is you in your suit. So I'm going to turn it over to Master Taylor.
Digital, you in your digital suit. Okay.
Digital suit. Yeah.
All right. Digital suit. All right. Well, let's go digitally tailor that suit.
Yeah. And don't forget, comment, ask questions, share whatever you want to share. We're here for you.
Yes, we are. Okay, great. Let's jump into this. So what we're talking about with your 3-point power profile is the 3 most prominent and arguably most important parts of your LinkedIn profile, because these are the 3 things that are seen most often by people who you will connect with and people who actually visit your profile, check you out. So there's lots of other things that we can do to optimize your profile outside of the 3 we're going to talk about today. But we want to make sure that you at least have these 3 things handled. So I'm going to go into some examples. So you'll see different ways some of our clients have approached this. And I'm going to explain each and every one of them. So let's share my screen, Mr. Rahman, if you wouldn't mind. There we go. And there we are. Okay, so for sake of example, I'm going to unpack this particular LinkedIn profile from Dana Earhart. And for those of you who don't know Dana, she is a phenomenal coach. She works specifically with accounting, bookkeeping, outsourced CFO and law firms. So if you are in one of those businesses, definitely reach out to Dana. You'll enjoy your conversation, I promise you. To start with, though, let's talk about the 3 points. So what the 3 are is your profile photo, your cover image, and your headline. And so all 3 of those are right up top of the fold. That's why we put them in the 3-point power profile. And I'm going to explain each one so you know what to be looking for as you're evaluating your own LinkedIn profile. So let's talk about your profile photo first. That's the should be a picture of you. So if you look here at Dana's profile photo, this was obviously made by a professional photographer, and that is our number 1 recommendation. If you do that, you're undoubtedly going to get it all right, because professional photographers, when you let them know you're making a photo for your social media profile, they know what they're doing. And they already, I don't need to teach them anything. Okay. They can teach me a lot of things, I'm sure. But if you're not going to use a professional photographer and you want to make your own photo or have someone else make your photo, here are the things I want you to keep in mind. Number 1 is your background. So the best and easiest way to handle your background is to make it simple, plain, and just like a single color. So as you can see here with Dana's, it's like a charcoal gray background. There's nothing distracting in the background. There's nothing that to have an opinion of in the background. You want to avoid things like having scenery in the background, bookcases in the background, artwork in the background, certainly other people in the background. So you want to just keep it non-distracting. You want the attention and the focus to be on you, in particular your face, which brings me to point 2, is make sure it's a close-up shot, well cropped of your face. Make sure it's well lit, and make sure that you have an inviting facial expression, something that if someone looks at, they're going to go, oh, this looks like a person that I might want to actually have a conversation with. So, we've seen some interesting facial expressions on other people's profiles that's like, what were they thinking? So you might even want to show a couple of different versions of whatever you're thinking of using to some friends of yours and ask them which one makes you look the best, most inviting, expresses your personality. And then finally, dress for the occasion. Depending on who it is you're wanting to connect with and have conversations with out there, dress for that occasion. Dress in whatever professional attire makes sense for your market and the people that you want to connect with. And it varies. Okay. So maybe it's a suit and tie for some of you. Maybe it's more casual. It is entirely up to your market. And we talked about your market to message match on Monday, and you can go back and watch that training if you'd like to. So those are the key points for your profile photo. Like I said, hire a professional photographer to your best shot. It's a great investment. And usually, you can get a really good photographer for maybe $150 to do your social media profile. Okay, moving on to your cover image. That's that big square image across the top of your LinkedIn profile. We see a lot of mistakes. The first mistake we see is people don't update, and it's just a generic graphic that LinkedIn gives you. You want to make sure that you have an updated profile. Number 2, you want to use it like a billboard on a freeway. Imagine somebody just swinging, driving by at 80 miles an hour, and you have a very short period of time to grab their attention, make an impression. And that's what you want to be. That's how you want to kind of approach this. So what that means is, number 1, very few words, if any. So a few words, maybe one short 5-word sentence is all you really want to have if you want it to be seen and remembered. So here you see Dana's, where she has real relatable results. That's a tagline of sorts that she uses throughout a lot of other marketing pieces. You can put your logo, which Dana has done here, not a problem. That is something that helps brand you. Great. If you have a logo, use it. Just don't make it dominate the whole cover image. Just use it subtly. And then third, we like to have a background image that not only will resonate with your market, but also something that might express a little bit about who you are, your personality. So don't be afraid to do that. In this case, this is an image or a silhouette image of what looks like a mom and her young son. And this relates very well to Dana because she loves investing time with her son, doing cool things, outdoors a lot, and things of that nature. So this really resonates with her personality and helps connect her on a more personal level with her market. Okay, that's enough said on that. I will show you, and we're going to show you a couple of other examples of how other clients have approached these elements. So just stay tuned for that in just a moment. And then third, and really arguably maybe the most important part, of the 3-point power profile is your headline. Your headline on LinkedIn is what is appearing below your name. LinkedIn defaults that to your title and company name, like president, company name. You want to update that. We gave you a formula for how you can craft these headlines on Monday during our market to message match training. So if you want to go through that, please do. I'm not going to train you on how to do that today because we already did that this week. But I just want you to have an updated headline that resonates with whatever market you are actively seeking to attract. And I'll read Dana's for you just in case you're on a small device. Hers reads, "Get your weekends and evenings back while building a wildly successful accounting, bookkeeping, CFO, or law firm." And so that really is a powerful statement that her market appreciates and helps her connect with them. Your headline is carried along with you anytime you make a connection request, anytime you comment on a post, anytime you make a post. It's all over the place. So it's a very, very important piece of your 3-point power profile. with that, let me show you another example. Here's Sergio Chavez. Sergio has a different approach. Okay. His cover image looks awesome. He chose to have kind of a blurred out background. It works. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. His facial expression, inviting, a little bit different of a smile than what Dana had. It's all good. That fits him and suits him well. He's dressed in a way that is him. So when you meet him, that's what you're going to see, kind of a business casual type look. In his cover image, there's no words, there's no logo. Instead, he chose to use kind of a behind the scenes look at what it might be like working with Sergio. So here's kind of a literal over the shoulder shot of Sergio working with a client. And you can see some what looks like charts and graphs and some other things going on in the background. He's in the business of media, online media, Google ads, things like that. And so it works for him because it shows kind of this is what it's like getting down in the trenches when you end up working with and hiring Sergio. By the way, Sergio runs all of our media. So if you're looking for a guy you can trust to run your Google, your Facebook, your YouTube advertising, reach out to Sergio. And again, he's got a tailored headline below his name. His real results for healthcare service providers using Google ads without the usual nonsense you've experienced with others. And so again, resonates very well with his market. And he's checked all the right boxes off on that. Next, I'm going to show you Ronan's LinkedIn page. So Ronan, he has a professional shot of his for his cover image. Fantastic. His profile image, excuse me. He's all dressed up in literally a suit and tie. Looks great and resonates well for his market. Great facial expression, well lit. I don't need to go into any more details there. His cover image above, he's in the business of setting appointments. So he's got some cool, sophisticated fountain pen there looking like they're about to make a lunch appointment. Love it. Works well. No need to put any additional words on that. And of course, the logo. His headline below his name reads guaranteed appointments with IT decision makers at $25+ million US based companies. So you can focus on IT solutions. His market is obviously IT service providers. And so when he's reaching out to those folks, they resonate with that message and they get him. And so, I'm here to show you just a couple different examples because we're all in different types of businesses. And I want you to just see there's different approaches to this whole thing. I'm going to show you one more before we go back to full screen here. Here's Shannon Graham. Shannon has a totally different look than anybody else, as I just showed you. This works very well for his brand and the types of people that he seeks to connect with. He doesn't quite have a smile in his face, which is cool. It's more serious, still inviting looking. He reaches out to venture capitalists and go-getter entrepreneurs and things like that. He's dressed quite casually, and that's kind of a lifestyle brand, if you will, and it works very well for him in his market. And that's what you're going to get when you meet him anyway. So you might as well dress like that. And nice plain backgrounds, both on his cover image and his profile photo. A few words, just like a billboard, and his logo. I love it. It works very well. It's perfect for Shannon. And his headline reads, "Corner Man for CEOs. I protect your investments by getting peak performance from founders." That's a powerful headline for who he reaches out towards, and it works for him. So, put your personality in it, show off a bit of your brand identity in it, make sure it connects with everything else that you have going on out there, not just on LinkedIn. So you want that all to tie together. But those are the three things that you really want to have dressed up for your LinkedIn profile, really before you start any kind of a LinkedIn campaign. So I'm going to exit out of here and come back to video. There we go. And hello again. Ronan, I'm going to have you come back on and see if there's anything else you'd like to add to this conversation.
No, this is the first impression. This is the first thing that people see when they get to your profile. What is it that you want them to see? Not any different than when you go to a networking event or your whatever kind of mixer or anything social. How you present yourself is how people relate to you. So don't you want them to relate to you as someone who is competent, powerful, and everything else that you are? and your profile and the way it looks has to reflect that. And I think that a modicum of work, it goes a long way. You know, you just look put together. You don't have to, like, what I like about Dana's is like really simple. All of these things are, you know, we don't have a bunch of stuff in the banner photo. It's just really simple, but it's clean and it communicates and it presents you well.
Absolutely. So we're going to continue this conversation and this training tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to start talking, well, we are going to talk about messaging and connecting and what to say and how to say it. So once you have your profile updated with what we just taught you, then it's time to really start connecting and messaging with folks, whether you're already connected with them or you're making new connections. And we're going to take the mystery out of what to say and how to say it and show you some very specific examples of how we do this. And you can really screenshot our messages and make them your own and go out there and really light up your LinkedIn account. So I hope to see you tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time for that training. We'd love to have you.
Excellent. Excited. And have a great evening, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.